it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
I can't take no.
And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Green Bay Packers. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Throwing on first down. Fields. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Josh Jackson, the former Iowa Hawkeye, made the play defensively. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Don't get nervous. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
Back to throw. Fields. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
First down, Steelers. Check.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw on 2nd down. Fields into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. Past the 20. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
2nd and 1. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. Touchdown, Packers! Aaron Jones, 35 yards. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. On second down, Connor looking for space. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Operating from the gun. Fields. Complete to Washington. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going. One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10 is Connor, working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Off the play fake, Fields. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. On 1st and 10, Fields. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. On 2nd down, it's Connor. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers. Going to throw again. And that is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
88.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively. Brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked out and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they begin this drive in very precarious field position inside their own 5.
And remember, this is a defense that's already scored once in this game, so you've got to really take care and make sure that you're blocking these guys to try and wedge the ball out from the shadow of your own end zone.
The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. A bit of an opening there on the 1st down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now this throw caught left side. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 52 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. He finds Taylor, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down. On 1st down, Fields. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
First and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Gold able to tack on the extra point. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. Couple completions, you string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Buying time to his left. Incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Yeah, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. He got 29 yards that time. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Second and goal from the 6 this time. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another second and goal. From the gun, Fields. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster as the first half is winding down. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Gold with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of the coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Flushed out right, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Nearly a huge return as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
They're running it. He's coming.
They'll run here with counter. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
We got three, fellas. We got 3.
Operating from the gun. Fields. Open man. Smith-Schuster. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. They'll run on first down. Connor. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fields. And yes, complete to the tight end, McDonald. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. From the gun, Fields. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now they'll run it on the toss. Powers pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there. Now with his 3rd touchdown in his first ever NFL game. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Rodgers now on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game, and so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Throwing to start the drive. Fields. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. He was looking for Trent Taylor there. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Operating from the gun. Fields. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. Still a ways from the end zone as they come up now on 2nd and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. Gets past one man. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flag. This is going to get him a first down. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Fields under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. This is counter. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now at Lambeau. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Complete. It's Henry. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. But it looked like a Packer. Yeah, a Packer was able to get this back, and they'll indeed keep possession. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Throwing on first down, Fields. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Throwing again, Fields. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Gold with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin Bush, the blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Looking to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Shoot this side. Shoot this side. We got 3. We got 3. Hey, Sam on. Check 13.
They'll set up a throw. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 58 yards. And the Packers get a score closer. The Packers keeping the offense out there now as he'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. Complete. Hunter Henry with the ground. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. From the gun on third down. Fields. He'll buy some time right. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. On first down, it's Connor. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Second and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. But it's brought in by Washington. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28. That one looks like he'll throw here. Washington's got him. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Juju Smith-Schuster with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Now Gold for the extra point. And that one could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Drops it to Jones in the flat. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope. No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this. I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. A nice run on first down gets him 6 yards to the 31. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense, 1st and 10. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The clock cannot be stopped here. Defense can't do anything. So kneel it down, take it home.
No doubt about it. It's what you practice for in winning situations each and every week. Victory formation. Take a knee and go on into the locker room and celebrate.
Call it a victory. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason, and now I'm listening to you. So for Pittsburgh, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.